Good, everybody. I'm here today. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, I just saw you yesterday. You had on something different. You're absolutely right. But I told y'all, I was telling y'all the truth. This season, I'm introducing a new segment, okay? Now, this segment, like I said, is not a segment you're going to see every week, all right? This is literally a once-a-week thing, all right? This segment is called People That I Don't Know. And in this segment, it'll be used to discuss some things. Say it like this. It's synonymous with Peter Griffin's, what grinds my gears, as well as like a Saturday Night Live skit. Okay, it's something you're not going to see every week, but you're going to see it enough. Okay, so this week, this is episode 1. And this week, I'm titling it People Who Don't Know How to Travel. So in this case, what I'm saying is, I don't like people who don't know how to travel. Do any of y'all travel a lot? Obviously, we all know I do. And for me, well, people have this, they have this theory. They have this theory like, I pick certain people. Like, well, I do. But they feel like, oh, you have to have like a certain look. Let me tell you something. My trip invites be faceless. Okay, so just imagine it's a question mark. There's no, oh, you have to look like this, you got to dress like this, you got to act like this. We'll get into act a little later, but it's more so like I have my things, okay? So it's 3 things I have, and you tell me about y'all. So for me, when people don't know how to travel, I can't stand people who wake up late. We'll tie that in with waking up late and moving slow. We'll keep that in the same category, all right? So people who move slow, wake up late. People who broke, which, believe it or not, it's not too many people I ain't never not invited because they was broke. That really ain't my thing. But that's on my list, though, people who are broke. And then the main one is people who complain. I can't stand a complainer. I can't stand nobody who complains a lot and something always wrong, or they got to question everything. Like, why we got to do it like this? Why is it like that? Why this? Why that? Like, just go with the flow. Like, anybody that know me on the trip, they know I'm the type of person where I have a soft itinerary. It's no, at 8:30 we're going to do this, then at 9:45, we ain't got to do it like that. It's like an outline. We know what outline is. I know some of us been far removed from school from a long time and probably halfway did it when we was in it. But an outline, it's just like I want to do these things no matter what order, as long as they get done while we out. And then, honestly, I guess I could talk about people that get on my nerves, too. Because a lot of people get on my nerves. Like, bad. Like real bad. Like, to the point where I be wanting to put hands on these people. Like, and, I think that when it comes to that, it's like this. Y'all be begging and pleading to go on trips, like being invited on trips. But then y'all fight harder to go on a trip with me than to see some of y'all kids. Or to see y'all families. Or to go to work. And I'm like, don't get it twisted. These trips is a lifestyle. Don't get it twisted. Like, it's a lifestyle. But still, like, create your own trip. You know what I mean? I'm just the type of person where I'm a little different. I just like things a certain way. And throughout my experience of life, I done been on so many bunk, whack trips that I said, no, I kind of took hold of that. You know what I mean? I can't stand people I don't like, people who always want to go to Miami. Miami is a great city. Don't get me wrong. Miami need a break. Miami is tired. You know that picture of SpongeBob where he got his hand on the wall and he out of breath? Like, that's Miami. And so is Atlanta, and so is LA. You know what I mean? Great cities, great places, been to all of them, love them, right? They're great. But let's do something different. Let's go to Italy, my nigga. Like, let's do something, And I seen that video, that dude was like, let's travel. And then when it's time to travel, everybody disappeared. That's why I call the same few people. People like, I'm going out of town, people will DM me, where we going? Because they already know what's good. I already created the group message. You know what I mean? Some people that I be traveling with, all they want to know is the dates and how much they got to pay. And they legit gonna go. And it's very rare they'll stop going. Here's my thing. I only invited you twice. After twice, I ain't inviting you no more. Okay? You only get 2 invites from me. That's it. I ain't about to be out here, you know, calling and seeing where you gonna go, how long. No, we're not doing all that. Dos. People be at their house wishing with all their heart like the Dragon Tales for an invite. And then y'all get the 2 and you mess it up. So now you gotta hang it up because you can't go. And then when we out of town, people be sleeping till like 3 o'clock. Like, no. Now, you ain't necessarily gotta be up at 5, because typically you probably going to sleep around 5. But like, you don't need to be getting up at no 3. The latest is 10, 11 tops, just depending on what you did. If we was out, had an adventurous day, went to a cave, you know, went hunting, hiking, you know, eating good. You know, sometimes you just be exhausted, especially if you some of these cities where you do a lot of walking. That's the thing too. It can be a lot. It can be a lot. But this is the main thing. I end this off with this. For people, I don't know. Because I don't know people who don't know how to travel. Because it all still ties together with the theme, you know, with decision fatigue. I could be petty and say make better choices or do better. I could say that. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is, when it comes down to tripping and going on trips with me and just trips in general, have an open mind. All right? Don't try to force it and make the trip have to be a certain way. Sometimes it can be a little different. Sometimes you got to be prepared for just whatever, you know. And I know that's a whole line. You know, I'm down for whatever. That is kind of a whole line. It is. But in a trip, there you go. You could be a trip hoe. You could be a trip hoe. And that person that say, I'm down for whatever. See? So we just made up a whole phrase, just that fast, not even 10 minutes. But I want y'all to take that into consideration moving forward, especially with, you know, the where the world is going, because you never know in the future, they might try to restrict some stuff. Now, I know we getting back to stuff being open and things, you know, but I'm talking about later down the line. And now that's not a prophetic word, I'm just saying. But for real, be a trip hoe. When all else fails, be a trip hoe. Be down for whatever. At all times. Now, I'm not saying lose your morals, because I'm not saying hold from the standpoint of you out here, you know, laid up with everybody. I'm just saying from the aspect of be down for whatever. People be like, let's go to the moon tomorrow. You jump up saying what time, where I get my space boost from, what time I need to be there. You know what I mean? That kind of trip home. Somebody jump up and say, hey, y'all trying to go eat some octopus and then finish it off with, you know, a Parmesan crusted peanut butter and jelly? Do it. That sounds gross. But that's the energy we looking for. That's the energy we looking for. That's what I want to see. So, until then, unfortunately, you're a person I don't know.